Your platform partner, Jackson, all about helping you take the action so you can live the life of your dreams, build a legacy. Today, we're talking about cryptocurrency, buying it for the first time. You're a new person, and what are some of the obstacles that you most likely are going to run into and how to overcome that. So if you're a new person or you're working with a new person trying to help them purchase some Bitcoin or some crypto or Ethereum or whatever it is, ADA, Polkadot, we're going to talk to you about when you're going on these exchanges and what you may encounter, but also how not to give up, because sometimes you will want to give up. Now, with that being said, make sure that you give a thumbs up to this video, like and subscribe. If you like this content and information, you want to learn more, let me know in the comment section what you like, and we can keep on. Let's get this crypto. So one of the very first things I want you to be aware of when you're getting crypto for the first time, there's different exchanges that you will go to. I can show you about 5 different exchanges, and we're going to talk about what exchanges you go to. But then what we can also speak on is once you're on that exchange, how you got to put up your KYC, which exchanges require KYC, which is your ID, basically know your customer. And then should you put a debit card? Should you put your bank account? Can you use your PayPal account? What's the difference between Robinhood, PayPal? Also, what happens when you use your debit card and you try to buy and then it says your bank say, well, nope, it's a fraud. You can't buy it using a fraud. And how do you overcome that? We're going to talk about all those things in this video. Let's get this crypto. So with that being said, first and foremost, if you're brand new, you want to subscribe to this page because I definitely like to speak with new people and give them some resources. And you want to know that I'm not a financial advisor. And so you got to make your own decisions. Understand that cryptocurrency is very risky and you want to start learning about this technology. It's simple technology, but the more that you learn and play with it, the better you will get. It's not complicated. It's like starting up a Facebook page, a social media page. It's certain stuff you just got to know what to do and what not to do. Like once you go on social media, don't give anybody your password. When you're on social media, you don't get your ID and put your ID on the screen, right? Because these things come with risk. Well, same thing with crypto. There's some basic things you don't do, but you're not going to know it until you're already in crypto. So that's what we'll talk about. So first things first, I'll pop up. Freaks all the mummies, honeys, playboy bunnies, them want money. Oh, you can't get my coins. You get Nathan. All right, let's talk about it. So CoinGecko.com is one of the first places that I recommend a brand new person take a quick look, get familiar with CoinGecko. Why? Because CoinGecko will show you the entire market cap of how much this is worth. These coins are worth, as you can see here. This is 24-hour volume. We can see we're at a $1 trillion market cap. All of your coins are here. The websites are here. Social media pages are here. The price history is all here. This is a great place to do your research and visit every few days to learn on how to get paid. Next thing, once you go for exchanges, you want to buy. You got different type of exchanges. So one place you can buy is a place like here, Gemini. So let's say you go to Gemini. This is a really good place to buy. This is owned by the Winklevoss brothers. This is an American-based company. You can buy like the top 5 cryptos, and you can also store them here in a vault. So this is an interesting place. With them, you're going to need to use a bank account. All right. I'm not a big fan of using a bank account to purchase cryptocurrency because banks traditionally do not like a lot of crypto platforms, because when you use crypto, you are becoming your very own bank. So in essence, you're damn near putting the banks out of business. So that's why a lot of banks using a bank account can be risky, depending on when you're watching this video. Because in the future, I believe that banks are going to start working more with crypto because that's the only way they'll be able to survive, because traditional paper money will be dead. Okay. So still, you don't want to use a bank account. Why? Because you never want for somehow your account to somehow get hacked, and now your bank account is connected to it, and somehow they withdraw a lot of money from your account, because now you're dealing with the problem of dealing with money that's been taken out, versus if you use a debit or credit card to purchase, in my opinion, I think it's not as much risk. So you might get a prepaid debit card and use your prepaid card. So if worst comes to worst, if something happens, it's connected to a prepaid debit card, you minimizing your risk. Second place you can buy crypto from is here. You can go to blockchain.com. Blockchain.com is another place where you can buy about 5 or 6 of the top cryptocurrencies here. This is a great place because when you buy here, you can also invest your coins and earn an interest rate. Crypto.com is blockchain.com. Blockchain.com is a really good place. So I like it. It's simple. The thing that I don't like about it is whenever you use an exchange like this, you do not own your private keys. So that means you do not own your crypto. Think of it like this. Imagine you own a piece of real estate. You own a home. The reality is you want to not own the home, but you want to own it with no mortgage. If you have a mortgage, basically the banks own your house. Same thing. If you put your money on a blockchain.com, on a Coinbase, on a Gemini, you don't have your private keys. So technically they could shut down your account and it's not much that you can do about it. So I recommend you buy crypto here, but you don't have to store all of it here. But it is a cool place to store as one of your options. So you got blockchain.com. I'm not affiliated with the company, but they seem like they're pretty legit. Do your own research. Invest at your own risk. Okay, outside of blockchain.com, we got crypto.com. Crypto.com here is another exchange where you can buy about at least 60 or more different cryptocurrencies. Here are some of the currencies that are available that you can buy here. Coins that you may not can buy everywhere else. I know for a while they were still selling XRP. You can buy stuff like Chainlink, VChain, eGold, ALGO, ADA. A lot of things that you can't buy on like a Coinbase, you can buy here on crypto.com. But not only that, but they also pay you what's called crypto earn, which is an earn feature where you can earn money, interest off of owning your asset. A lot of people don't know that with crypto, you don't have to just wait on your crypto to appreciate in value. You don't have to just speculate praying, I hope the price goes up. No, you can also earn interest rates whether the price is going up or down just because you own that asset. It's kind of like owning a property and you can pay rent every single month. That's how I look at it, and you can do a little bit of that at crypto.com. All right, here's another place you can go is Cellulus. So Cellulus, which is cellulus.network. This is a website here that allows you to earn a large APR, which is a large interest rate. So basically, let's say you buy whatever Ethereum and you store it here on this website. Again, you can earn like 5% based on the Ethereum that you have on your website. Look at it. You can earn it. Every asset is going to pay different. So if you just want to invest USD coin, you don't even have a crypto, you just got a digital stable coin, you can earn 13% APY. Or you can earn on like Ethereum or Bitcoin. Like all their rates are pretty good. That you can earn. It just depends on the coin that you have. But if you want your money to work for you in multiple ways, I think Cellulus is a good place to go. You can buy from here, but I don't recommend it. I know it sounds crazy. I don't recommend buying from Cellulus because they have like a 10% like fee that they charge on transactions. So if you're spending like $100, like you got to pay almost $10, which is very expensive. But here's some of the rates that they have available. So that means if you own any of these coins, if you just hold your coins here, instead of holding them in your wallet, you hold them here, you can earn these interest rates that you see. You know, as you see XRP down there, you can earn 3%. Why You know, why not? And you can also get a loan on your crypto, and that's another story we can talk about in another video, is how you got crypto just like a real estate property. You can get a loan on it even though you may have bad credit. Because you own crypto, they're gonna leverage your crypto as collateral and say, hey, you got $5,000 of crypto, here, we'll give you a $2,000 loan, you pay us back within 6 months, you know, and you get a pretty decent interest rate. So this is the second place where you can buy and store your crypto on Cellulus. Now, another place, I want to give you at least one other place. Oh yeah, Uniswap. So Uniswap here is a decentralized exchange. It's interesting that a lot of people don't understand Uniswap just yet, but Uniswap it's an exchange where you do not need your KYC. You don't need to show an ID. You don't have to show who you are in order to use Uniswap. But there are multiple ways that you can also get paid on this website. You can get paid by providing liquidity in liquidity pools. I don't recommend a brand new person do that though. You got to do your research on how to do that. But you can also get paid by just buying a lot of decentralized finance coins, which is a lot of the money that's going to be made in DeFi. So if you go to DeFi, and for those who don't know what DeFi is, but DeFi is decentralized finance, which is on the Ethereum platform, basically banking services. I can talk about this more in another video. You got all type of services where you can earn money on lending, derivatives, and asset payments, and all sorts of stuff. You earn money like the big boys, and these are some of the coins here, but you can buy these coins on Uniswap. In fact, that's the only place you can find a lot of these coins, or at least one of the few places to find these coins. But you need Ethereum to use this website. So this is another reason why Ethereum is such a powerful token, because Ethereum is the central, I guess, dollar or coin that you need to even get active in these places over here. So Ethereum is very, 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 very valuable in this ecosystem. At least over the next 3 months, it looks like it's going to be that way. Once you get other coins coming in, you know, things might change. Remember, crypto changes pretty fast. So we talked a little bit about various different places you can buy these coins. Now that you know some places where you can buy these tokens and get your tokens, I want you to also understand when you're using spots like, let's say crypto.com, for example. When you go there, here's what you're going to encounter that can be a challenge. You got to understand that once you get on this site, you're going to have to show a picture ID. And you're going to have to also take a picture of your face. And then when you try to purchase, they may decline your debit card the first time. If they decline your debit card, I want you to understand, if you're using crypto.com or you're using any company that's based in a different country outside of the country you live in the United States, they typically have fraud protection, which means if you make a purchase with a debit card or a bank from outside of the country, sometimes your bank will automatically stop that payment because it looks like it could be a fraud because you're purchasing from out the country. So what you have to do is you have to call up your bank and say, kind of speak to the fraud department, and you let the fraud department know, I'm making a purchase online. I want to let you all know that it's a legitimate payment. Let the payment go through. Then you got to try the payment again and it should work. Some cases you may not have to make the phone call. You might get a text message to say, is this a legitimate transaction? Yes or no? And you respond to the text. So I want you to understand that's normal. Because I had somebody call me and they were like, man, I'm trying to buy this stuff on crypto.com and my debit card's not working. They declined it and then they didn't want to upload my ID. When you're uploading your ID, it's not a human that's most likely looking at it. Usually it's going to be a robot, artificial intelligence So you got to keep in mind about shadows. You want to put your ID on a flat surface. Make sure there's bright light shining on it. No shadows, no distractions in the background. Everything needs to be clear and visible. And you got to show the front part and the back part of your ID, both very clear and visible. Your screen can be blurry, so you got to clean off your screen on your phone, your camera lens. And then when you're showing your face, it needs to be a clean shot. You got to be directly in the camera, well lit. If your face is looking kind of dark and you taking a bad picture, they will decline it. Okay, that's the biggest problem that people have. People tell me they won't let my KYC get verified. Probably because you're not taking good quality, clean pictures that the computer can understand. So you gotta take a good, crisp image. And be aware of your lighting, etc. That's one. And then it's gonna still take 2 days for it to clear through. If you need to use somebody else's phone, use somebody else's phone that you trust, all right? At least to take your picture and send the picture to yourself. But outside of that, be prepared for, I would not recommend using a bank account to purchase crypto, but do what you want. You know, everyone's going to make their own decision. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't listen to me. But I'm just telling you, in my opinion, when you use a bank account, I think that's unnecessary if it's not mandatory. Because what happens if the data is broken into from the website and now your bank account is associated to it? Like, you don't want to be vulnerable. Like, what happens if you buy a Ledger wallet, a Nano cold storage wallet, and when you bought it from the Ledger website, you gave your real name, your real address, your real email address, and what if that company gets hacked into? And now all of your data is out there, and somebody knows your name, your address, and email, and they know that you got a Ledger. They may not know what's on your Ledger, but they know you have one. Like, this is why with crypto, it's good to maybe use a P.O. box address when you're ordering certain things. Use maybe I don't want to say a fake email, but don't use your primary email. And you might not even want to use your primary phone number, because your primary phone number, can be used in a swap, a SIM swap. And somebody could take over your phone and try to change your passwords. That's another video for another time. I know this may sound like, oh, Jackson, this is so much. I don't want to do all of that stuff. And you know what? This is just the price that comes when you are doing your own banking services. When you become your own bank and you get access to assets that may be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, it may not be super easy. You might have to take an hour of your time to set up your accounts properly. Yes, you might have to use a P.O. box address instead of using your main address. Like, yes, is it worth it? That's up to you to decide. But I'm just giving you some information so that you can be aware before it happens. This is for all of the new people. I talked a little bit about Uniswap as well. We'll talk more about it in another video. That's a place, again, where the purchasing coins here is much different than any of the other place that I showed you. So I'll talk about that later. And then check out the other videos. We'll talk more about other things like Block Explorer, why they're important, etc., etc. So with that being said, guys, look, let me run. And let's have some fun. Subscribe to the page. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Make sure you get that book series. Link in the description. Feel free to donate to the page as well. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm out.